New era of peace is underway in Somalia. Allied African forces under the umbrella of the African Union have liberated Kismayo. The city was the last remaining stronghold of the Al-Qaeda Islamist militant sect. Now, for the first time in more than 2 decades, Somalis can swim, play football, and openly practice once banned forms of religion without fear of violence.
Southern Somalia, September 28th. Kenyan troops, trained and supplied by the U.S., enter Kismayo, the last city to be held by al-Shabaab, the hardline Islamic group that once ruled most of southern and central Somalia. Kismayo's capture by the U.S.-backed African Union force represents a turning point in Somalia's recent history. For the first time since the 1991 overthrow of dictator Siad Barre, most of Somalia is relatively peaceful. Life for most people, while still difficult, is slowly returning to normal. In Mogadishu, residents are flocking to beaches that were once battlegrounds or makeshift ports for the urgent delivery of humanitarian aid. A taxi driver named Ahmed organizes a football game.
Somalia, we like to come to beach to play football. And today anything about the fight. When we was young, we was coming to play football.
The newfound sense of safety and freedom is especially sweet for boys and young men, thousands of whom were forced into armed service on both sides of Somalia's long-running conflict. With al-Shabaab's retreat, forced enlistment is increasingly rare.
It's a great change for people in Mogadishu, especially for the youth. I like to come here every time and swim here, have fun.
Practitioners of minority religious sects are also enjoying fewer restrictions. Al-Shabaab had enforced a fundamentalist form of Islam and had cracked down on moderate Sufis, burning their books, destroying their mosques, and targeting the sect's leaders for assassination. Muhyiddin Iman, the grandson of Sufi leader Sheikh Muhyiddin Eli, survived Al-Shabaab's repression by keeping a low profile. Today, he no longer has to.
My feeling is very, very emotional. I don't know how I can describe it. My inner feeling, because they destroyed my identity. This is what I can say. Completely destroyed.
Many residents can recall when Somalia seemed to be on the verge of a lasting peace, only to have the fighting flare up again. In 1992, a brief ceasefire preceded a major U.S.-led peacekeeping operation that collapsed in bloodshed just a year later. Audas Nduwamunzi, commander of the African Union troops in Mogadishu, says it's different this time.
At that time, U.S. forces were here. People were not tired of the war, but now they are.
David Axe reporting for VOA News.